So today we have to move for the further topic in a physics, that is in that lesson, magnetic effect of electric current. Yesterday I told you there are the two types of dynamo. First we have to get to know about that what is dynamo. Dynamo is a device. I'll recall again that dynamo is a device which helps to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. Dynamo is a device which helps to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. That is called as dynamo. So today there are the two kinds of dynamo. One is called AC dynamo and another one is DC dynamo. Keep in mind, one is called AC dynamo and another one is DC dynamo. So today we have to learn about the working of AC dynamo, or it is also known as AC generator. Keep in mind, dynamo is also known as generator. May sometimes they will ask you in the examination the question, state or explain the principle and working of AC generator or dynamo. So that is very important actually. AC generator. Let us get to know the working of AC generator. Okay. So or AC dynamo. Yes, this is the diagram of AC generator or AC dynamo. So let us know first the setup of this diagram. Setup in the sense how the equipments are arranged, how the things are arranged in a diagram or in the experiment, that is called as setup. Keep in mind. Okay. So first this AC generator consists of the A, B, C, D rectangular coil. That ABCD rectangular coil is called as armature. Keep in mind, what is meant by armature here? The ABCD rectangular coil which is having the rings and the brushes, that is called as a armature. Armature means ABCD rectangular coil, okay, which is having two free ends. These are called as the free ends, that is called as the armature. Okay. So this armature is molded in the sense it is fixed. Molded in the sense it is fixed between the two powerful Oershow magnet. Powerful in the sense the magnets are very strong. So that magnets are used. Okay. So between the poles of the two powerful Oershow magnet, one is called having a north pole and another one is having a south pole. Okay. Keep in mind, this armature is molded in the sense it is fixed between the two poles of the powerful Oershow magnet. Two poles in the sense north and south. Okay. So between that it has placing which is the ABCD rectangular coil. It is also known as the armature. Then these two free ends, armature free ends, what are there? The next wire ends. Armature, it is made by the copper coil only. I mean copper wire only. No other material is using here, because copper is the best conductor of electricity, as you know that. So that's why the armature is made by the copper. We can call it as a copper rectangular coil also. Clear? Okay. So those two free ends are connected. Free ends in the sense tudigalu. Okay. So they are connected to the rings. R1 and R2 are called as the copper rings, or they are also known as the, here they are called as the slip rings. Keep in mind. Okay. Slip in means they are not cutted. Okay. If they are cutted like that, two equal parts, they are called as the split rings. Here we are using the split rings in a motor actually, but in a generator we want to use the slip rings only. Keep in mind. Okay. In AC generator, particularly in AC generator, we want to use the slip rings only. So that's why this armature, I mean free ends of the armature, is connected to the R1 and R2. They are called as the slip rings. Slip rings R1 and R2. And those R1 and R2, they are connected to the carbon brushes. These B1 and B2 are called as carbon brushes. They are called as what? Carbon brushes. Keep in mind. Okay, so I think you know about that. Carbon is a non-metal, is right? Is it a? So they are connected with, or they are joined with, molded with, or connected with the carbon brushes. B1 and B2 are called as the carbon brushes. Okay, so then they are those that has it here. The carbon brushes acts as a non-conductor. Non-conductor means it is not giving any what electrical shock to the circuit, nothing like that. Okay, or electrical damages, nothing will happen. That's why the carbon brushes B1 and B2 are used. So those carbon brushes are connected to the galvanometer. G refers here galvanometer, or we can use a bulb also, electrical bulb instead of galvanometer. So here we can use a electrical bulb also. So both we can use. Okay, so this as so outside, okay, in the external circuit means outside of the circuit, these carbon brushes ends are connected to the galvanometer, or instead of a galvanometer we can use a bulb also. Okay, so this is the setup of AC generator or AC dynamo. Okay, I'll recall you again the setup of, concentrate properly. If you hear the lesson properly, if by seeing a diagram only you can write the whole procedure of this, that much it is easy, don't get confusion actually. See, this is the diagram of the AC generator or AC dynamo. So this AC generator consists of, first point is AC generator consists of the ABCD rectangular copper coil molded between the two powerful horseshoe magnet, that is the north and south. And keep in mind that ABCD rectangular copper coil is called as the armature. Armature in the sense ABCD rectangular copper coil having the two free ends, right? Okay, so next these free ends are connected to the R1 and R2 slip rings. R1 and R2 are called as the slip rings. Even those slip rings also made by the copper wire. Okay, so then these slip rings are connected to the B1 and B2, I mean carbon brushes. Then they are connected to the in the external circuit, those carbon brushes are connected to the galvanometer, or instead of galvanometer we can use a bulb also. I think you know about that. Galvanometer is a device which is used to measure the electric current, right? Okay, low electric current, high electric current. Which device is used to measure the high electric current? That is the ammeter. Keep in mind, ammeter is a device which is used to measure the high electric current, and galvanometer is a device which is used to measure the low electric current. So instead of that, so if the galvanometer needle is deflecting, that shows as the electric current is produced. Okay, instead of that, if we know directly that instead of the galvanometer we can use a bulb also. If we connect a bulb here, if the electric current is produced, the bulb will glow. Okay, if the bulb will glow, that shows the electric current is produced, as this device converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. If the bulb will not glow, it's not converted. Okay, so that for that assessment we can come to know. Yes, this is the setup. Let us know the working of the AC dynamo. So here the armature we want to rotate. In which direction? That is very important. Armature is made to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise in the sense, I think you know about that. So this is the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, and this is the clockwise direction. Keep in mind, armature we want to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, anti-clockwise direction. Why we have to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction only? Because these ends, two ends are there called, they are also called as the, these two free ends are called as the limbs. Okay, these are called as the limbs. They are comes to the proper contact of the R1 and R2, then B1 and B2. So for that sake we have to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. The armature has to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. Then the current has produced. Okay, the current is produced. So then it is Okay, in the first off of the rotation, first off in the sense, yes, this is the consider this is the armature actually. So this is called as the first off. Okay, this is called as the first off. If I rotate again this is called as the full off. Full off in the sense ಪೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸುತ್ತೋದು. First off in the sense ಅರ್ಧ ಸುತ್ತಿರೋದು. Okay, consider. So this is the armature actually. So this is called as first off. If we rotate completely, this is called as full off. Keep in mind that. So during the first off of the rotation, the current flows along B1 to B2. The current flows along B1 to B2. First it is flows along from R1 to R2, then R1 to R2, then it is flows along the B1 to B2. But during the second half of the rotation, the current flows along from B2 to B1. Okay, in that also current flows along. Yes, B2 to B1. Current flows along B2 to B1. Okay. So in the first half of the rotation, the current flows from B1 to B2. In the second half of the rotation, the current flows along B2 to B1. Keep in mind. Okay. In the first half of the rotation, where the current flows in the direction of DCBA in the armature. In the second half of the rotation, again the current flows in the direction of ABCD. Okay. So where in the AC generator, like that the current changes its direction. Okay, like that the current changes its direction from B1 to B2 and B2 to B1 in the for every half of the rotation. So that's why this current is called as the AC current, and it produces the AC current. AC current in the sense, yesterday only I told you, the current which changes its direction alternatingly in the sense at the period of time or at the interval of time, that is called as the alternating. Keep in mind. Okay. So here, thus the current at the first half of the rotation, the current flows along DCBA and from B1 to B2. At the second half of the rotation, the current flows along ABCD from B2 to B1. Thus the current changed its direction for every half of the rotation and produced the AC current. Totally, AC generator produced the which current? AC current. Keep in mind. Okay, AC generator produced which current? AC current. Okay, so this is called as, this is the working of AC dynamo or AC generator. Okay, so that's same even in a DC dynamo also, everything is same. So this is not the diagram of DC dynamo, it is a motor diagram actually. So that is DC motor. Okay, yes. So but for you, DC dynamo working and principle not there, but get to know that briefly. So how the DC dynamo is also work. So DC dynamo is also a device which helps to convert the mechanical energy into DC current. AC dynamo is also a device which helps to convert the mechanical energy into AC current. Where it is mechanical energy actually. So now if you had a doubt like that, what we are rotating the armature. Here the armature was made to rotate. Armature itself, it is not rotated. Keep in mind, armature was made to rotate. By that time the electrical energy is produced. No, what we are keeping our energy to rotate the armature, that is called as the mechanical energy. So almost for the DC dynamo everything is same, only the difference is here they are taken R1 and R2. So instead of that, in our DC dynamo they are taking slip rings, that is the S1 and S2. Keep in mind, S1 and S2, they are called as split rings. So I told you already, slip rings in the sense complete ring, is it? Okay. Split ring in the sense if it is cut into two halves, those are called as the split rings, like that. Okay. So instead of this, they are using what? Split rings. That's all. to convert the AC generator into DC generator. Okay, so want to replace the slip rings with split rings, that's all. Okay, want to replace the split rings with slip rings, keep in mind. So these split rings are also called as, in a DC dynamo, they are called as commutator. Okay, these split rings are called as commutator, keep in mind. What are commutators? If they are asking a question in examination, the split rings which allows, what is the work of split rings here actually? So those split rings here, the current can't able to connect. If we are dividing like that, it flows in a single direction only, can't able to connect actually. So that's why the split rings are used. I mean, split rings allows the electric current to move in a single direction only. Okay, to move in a single direction only. So those are called as the commutators. What are commutators? A device which reverses the direction or which allows the electric current flows in a single direction. They are called as the split rings. Okay, so in DC dynamo, these split rings acts as a commutators. Acts as a commutator. So instead of what is the only one remedy for that actually? If we replace the slip rings, okay, if we replace the slip rings with the split rings, we will get the DC dynamo. Remaining and all same, but here in yes, remaining and all same. Okay, so let us know the setting of DC dynamo. DC dynamo is also consists of the ABCD rectangular coil, that is called as the armature. Armature, another name for this actually, armature is also known as the axle, keep in mind. Okay, it is also known as the axle. So this is molded between the two powerful R2 magnet, that is the north south, and the third point is they are connected to the S1 and S2, they are called as the split rings, and they are connected to the carbon brushes B1 and B2, and in outside of the external circuit, those brushes are connected to the galvanometer. Where this setup is same, and working also. Working little bit different. When the armature is made to rotate, here also the armature is made to rotate, that is a point, first point. When the armature is made to rotate, the current flows along DCBA, and move from B1 to B2, but in second half of the rotation also, that is the first half of the rotation, in a second half of the rotation also, the current flows along DCBA and move to B1 to B2 only, where in DC dynamo it's not changed its direction from B2 to B1 or ABCD. Keep in mind. Okay, so that's why like that the current will flow in both of the rotation. Current flows from B1 to B2 only and produce the DC current. DC current in the sense direct current flows in single direction. Alternating current changed its direction, but direct current not changed its or never changed its direction. So that is the working of DC dynamo. Only one thing we want to consider here, in a DC dynamo, instead of one slip rings, we want to use the split. Split means cut pieces of the rings. Okay, two equal half parts of the copper rings are called as the split rings. Okay, two equal half parts of the copper rings are called as the split rings. Okay. Yes, this is about AC and DC dynamo, and the next we have to get to know about that is the DC motor working. Okay, so how does the DC motor working? Yes, here the galvanometer shows the deflection on the bulb will glow, right? Here bulb is not required, and here armature we are not rotating. Itself the armature is rotating. That is the DC motor. It is also known as electric motor. Sometimes they will ask you the question, that is electric motor or DC motor working. So yesterday only I told you motor is a device which helps to convert the electrical energy into mechanical energy. Dynamo converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. Here motor helps to convert the electrical energy into mechanical energy. Even the parts are same here. N and S are the two poles of the powerful Archomagnet, and ABCD is a armature. Armature is also known as axle. Keep in mind, ABCD is a armature. So they are connected to the carbon brushes B1 and B2, B1 and B2, and they are here also split rings are used. So instead of R1 and R2, if you had a confusion, we can take a P and Q. So here P and Q are any names we can give here. B1 and B2 are the carbon brushes, and or if you had in that also doubt, you can take X and Y in your as in your class or textbook. X and Y are the carbon brushes, and P and Q are the split rings. Here also we are taken split ring because it is a DC motor. Keep in mind, not AC motor. Okay, so that is the DC motor. So that's why it is. We want to use the split rings. Then this is outside of the circuit. We are connected with the battery. Battery in the sense shell. So these are the parts of the DC motor or electric motor. So let us know the setup of this. Almost this setup is also same actually. So it consists of the ABCD rectangular copper coil that is called as a armature, molded between the two powerful Archomagnet, that is the north and south. Molded between the two powerful Archomagnet, that is north and south. So then there are next it is connected to the P and Q, that is the split rings. Then they are connected to the carbon brushes, that is the X and Y. They are connected to the carbon brushes X and Y. So then they are connected to the battery in the external circuit. Keep in mind, okay? Here we are connecting a galvanometer. Here we are connecting with a battery. Okay, there is a reason why we are connecting with